Hi guys, welcome back. So we'll be solving a few questions as we prepare for our examinations. These are typical questions that usually come for exams. So please, as we do these topics, if you see that you're still weak in these topics, please, you can just request for more questions and then I'll do several examples. Right, so we start with number 7. So in number 7, we have root 6 cos theta minus root 2 sine theta. So I'll show you stage by stage on how to solve this one. So we are required to express it in that form. So we're going to equate it to r cos theta plus alpha. From here, we're going to expand the right hand side. So it's r cos theta cos alpha minus r sine theta sine alpha. Then from here, we're going to compare terms. This is what I mean. So we're going to compare this part with that part. Okay. So we have root 6 cos theta being equal to r cos theta cos alpha. So this is what will happen. Cos theta and cos theta will cancel. So we're going to be left with what? R cos alpha being equal to root 6. So we do the same thing for the next part. We compare this one with, compare this one, this whole thing from minus with that one. So you notice that sine theta and sine theta will cancel. So we're going to be left with what? R sine alpha equal root 2. So what is tan alpha? Tan alpha is it to say r sine alpha over r cos alpha equal root 2 over root 6. So r and r will cancel. So tan alpha equal square root of 2 over 6, which is square root of 1/3. So alpha equal arctan of root of 1/3, which is 60 degrees. But these are radians, so arctan of square root of 1 over 3 in radians is going to be pi over 6. Pi over 6. Right. So to get r is equal to square root of root 2 squared plus root 6 squared. So we're going to get 2 root 2. So meaning that the question that we have is, if we're to express it in the given form, now we have r and alpha. So the answer is going to be root 2 root 2 cos theta plus pi over 6. Pi over 6 is less than pi over 2. Is it we're given this domain limit. Right, okay. Next, solve that question. So we have root 6 minus cos theta, root 6 cos theta minus root 2 sine theta squared being equal to what? 6 to 4. So of which we know that this is equivalent to 2 root 2 cos theta plus pi over 6, which is equals to 4. But this is squared, so we square. Right, so to remove that square, we we're going to introduce the square root sign both sides. So square root of. So I left with what? 2 root 2 cos theta plus pi over 6 equal 2. Right, then we divide both sides by 2 root 2 cos theta plus pi over 6 equal, so if we divide 2 by 2 root 2, we get root 2 over 2. Right, so theta plus pi over 6 equal, okay, so from here, this is what I prefer to do. I prefer to use degrees, then I'll convert my answers at the end. So arc cos of square root of 2 over 2 is 45 degrees. So we draw our cast diagram to get the other values. So cast, right, we know that cos is positive on A, so this is 45 degrees, and it is also positive here, sorry, on the fourth quadrant. So this is our other 45 degrees. But the angle that we're looking for the other one is this one from here up to here. So we're going to say 360 minus 45 to get 315 degrees. So this is 315 degrees. Right, to get the next one, it's the whole revolution plus 45. So 360 plus 45, it's what? 405. So I'm not going to continue because we're being restricted by the, we're told that is from 0 to 2 pi, which is 0 to 360. So let's just stop here. So which is equal to our final solution. We're going to bring that to the side. So 45 minus 30 is 15 degrees. 315 minus 30, it's 285 degrees. Then 405 minus 30, it's what? 375, of which 375 is out of range, so we are not going to consider that one. So these are our two answers. Right, let's go to number 8. Number 8, it reads, given that, so we're going to do it on the same page. Right, so given that P is that, Q is that, and O the origin, find the scalar product of OP and OQ and show that, okay, so we're supposed to find the scalar product first. All right. Right. So to get the scalar product, the other word for scalar product is dot product. So we're finding OP dot OQ equal 321 dot 042. So which is what? 0 plus 8 plus 2, which is 10. Right, so to find angle POQ, what you should know is you just draw this. Okay, so to get angle POQ, this is our angle there, theta, POQ. Either you consider OP and OQ or PO and QO. So I'm going to follow my arrows. If your arrows, you can have them going out or both of them going in. You can't have the other one going in and the other one going out. Okay, so POQ equal the dot product of OP dot OQ over modulus of OP modulus of OQ. Right, so the dot product, we have it already as what? 10 over square root of 3 squared plus 2 squared plus 1 squared square root of 1 squared plus, square root of 0 squared plus 4 squared plus 2 squared. So which is 10 over, okay, so 3 squared plus 2 squared plus 1 squared is 14, root 14. Then 4 squared plus 2 squared is 20, root 20. Right, what do we know? We know that we can multiply 14 and 20. 14 by 20, I think it's 70. Yes, it's 280 actually. Square root of 280. Of which square root of 280 is square root of 280, it's 2 root 70. So we have 10 over 2 root 70. What else do we have? Is it was supposed to show, so that's how you are doing it this way. We know that 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 10 is 5. And 5 is the same as square root of 25. So square root of 25 over square root of 70, which we can express it as 25 under 1 square root. Then we reduce to lowest term. 25 over 70 in lowest terms is 5 over 14. Shown. Right. Hence find the exact area of triangle OPQ. So area of this triangle OPQ, we know the angle here, right? So area equal half AB sine theta. They want the exact area. They want the exact area. Okay, so since the question requires the exact area, we already have cos theta here. This is cos POQ. Right, we have cos POQ, which is I'll use the exact one. So 10 divided by square root of 280, it's root 70 over 40. So we are going to use the right angle triangle. Right. So we know that cos theta is root 70 over 14. Right? Or rather, let's use this one so that we don't complicate things. Let's just use 10 over root 280. So now I want to find sine theta. We're going to use SOHCAHTOA. We know that sine theta equal opposite over hypotenuse. So this is our theta. So the adjacent of theta is 10. Then the hypotenuse of theta is root 280. Right, so now I want to find the opposite. So we are simply going to say square root of 280 squared minus 10 squared. So we square root that to get the opposite. So we punch that in on our calculator. Square root of 280 squared. Okay. Square root of 280 squared minus 10 squared So opposite equals square root of 180. That's what I'm getting. Yes, that's what I'm getting. Square root of 280 squared minus 10 squared is 180, so it's square root of 180. So opposite is square root of 180. So meaning that sine theta is square root of 180 over hypotenuse, which is square root of 280. That is our sine theta. So let's just simplify our sine theta. So square root of 180 over 280 is how much? 3 root 14 over 14. 3 root 14 over 14. Right, so which is equals to half. Our AB is OP and OQ, of which you know that OP and OQ are root 14 by root 20 by our sine theta, which is 3 root 14 over 14. Right, so which is equal to half. Root 14 and root 14 will multiply each other. So we have half. Root 14 and root 14 will multiply each other, getting 14 by root 20. Right, then by 1 over 14. These two will cancel. So our answer is what? Root 20 over 2. Of which what is root 20? Root 20 divided by 2 is what? Root 5. So the exact answer is root 5 units squared.